So I guess it was last year, man. I'm a huge YETI fan. I have two YETI coolers. I have a 20 and I have this 45 that's up here, and then Tiger Cat gave us a 50 quart YETI also a couple years ago. And I guess it's last year I started seeing this RTIC company advertising on Facebook and everything, but you couldn't get the coolers at the time, and they were supposed to be a lot cheaper and everything. So they're available now where you can get them. You still have to wait on them a little bit to get them. I wasn't supposed to get this one till like the 15th, but I got it a little bit earlier. But these coolers look identical to a YETI, and they're half the cost. So this is a 65, which is the biggest that they make, and the same 65 YETI is $400. I actually wanted a 75 quart, but they don't make them. And I've had YETI since 2012 was my first YETI that I got. And so I've had them for a while, and with me doing what I do and the kids playing ball, there's not a weekend that don't go by or a week that don't go by that we don't have a YETI full of ice in one of the vehicles. So I'm anxious to see. This one, the 65 is, like I said, $200, and the same YETI is $400. So, I mean, if it just holds ice, a day shorter, it'll be worth it. You know what I mean? You know, and everything. So there they both are. Yeah, the 45 YETI on the right and the 65 RTIC on the left. Man, I was just sitting here studying them before I fired the camera back up, and there's not a lot of difference between them as far as construction. The only thing that I see is this indention right here comes up high on the YETI, and the indention on the RTIC is not near it, only it's about halfway. And then there's a lip right here that protrudes out a little bit, not much, but you can grab a hold of, that the YETI does not have here. The YETI has this thing right here, which is just like the RTIC over there, but it does not have the lip that protrudes out, which I probably like that, because it gives you a little bit more to grab a hold of, because y'all that's had YETIs, a lot of times you open them, you shut them right back, and you need to open them again. I've had times where I've actually had to open my drain to get air where it would allow me to grip it to get it open. But I mean, the seals, it looks the same on it. The weight feels, comparable to the YETI. I mean, the RTIC's a little bit heavier than the 45 YETI is. But see, same seal, and it's got a seam in the seal right there where it split, where it fits right there, and this one does too. Same thing right there. I did get a wire basket to go in this one. I've got a wire basket to go in that one too. They've already shipped this, and the wire basket that goes in this RTIC is in the house in there. Drain, the only thing I didn't look at, yeah, drain's the same drain. Same drain as a YETI. Exact same drain. It makes me wonder, if that's not the same company making the RTICs that makes the YETIs. I don't know. It shows they're too much alike for it to be something completely different. You know what I mean? I'd like to know the background story, because it seemed to me like that YETI could sue RTIC for copying them or something. I don't know. There may be just enough difference between them that they can't do that. But see, it's got the places where the strap grooves can go over it, just like the YETI does. I mean, in the back, the same thing. Got the shorter thing on the back, and this one is taller. But what I'm gonna do is, I know that Yeti's not a 65, but I watched a video, a comparison video between an Arctic and a Yeti, and I'm not gonna call the guy a lie, but it looked to me, I'm not sure that it was legit or not, because when it got to day 4, day 5, I swear some of the ice in that Arctic, when he opened it, looked like it was fresh. It wasn't rounded like it was melting or anything. At our shop up there, we have a ice machine up there that it holds 600 pounds of ice. And if you're a logger and you've got a shop and got a place to get one, I highly recommend you buying an ice machine, man. It's too convenient to have it. The best results you can get out of the Yeti is if you'll cool it down first. Put some ice in it, shut the lid, let it sit for an hour or so, drain the water off of it, and then fill it up with ice. Here's something else too about the Arctic. You can order it straight from Arctic, which, well, that's what I did. You get free shipping. This cooler weighs 36 pounds. You get free shipping on that. Plus you don't pay no sales tax on it either. And so it makes the value of it, you know, a lot better. Because if you go to town and you buy the 65 Yeti, you're gonna pay, in Mississippi, you're gonna pay $400 for it. Plus you're gonna pay 7% sales tax. So you got $428 in that thing when you're done with it. So the Arctic is a good value. We'll have to see what it's gonna do with the ice in it. And Yetis are kind of funny. I mean, sometimes I only get 3 days of ice out of them, kind of working the same deal. Sometimes I can get 4 to 5 days of ice out of them. But if this Arctic will just do up to 1 day less than what the Yeti will, I mean, it's well money worth it. But I think it's going to do all right. We're going to see what they'll do. This is going to be Cotton Top 3's review on the Arctic and on the Yeti. And you don't have to worry about whether it's legit or not, because ain't nobody give me nothing to do this. I'm just doing it for the heck of it. So, but I'll get it out. So hope y'all enjoyed that unboxing of the cooler, and all. So later, taters. All right, I'm not gonna do a review of the Yeti versus Arctic with ice in them and everything. There's no need to, and here's why. This is my Arctic 65. I put ice in it Friday evening at our shop. I filled it about half full of ice, and this thing set. I put water in it. These bottles of water right here, I put them in it Saturday. Now it's only got a layer of ice on the top right there is what it is. The rest of it's water. It's still cold as heck. But let me tell y'all what I did. So today's Monday evening. So that was Friday evening when I put the ice in it. So I put the water in it Saturday morning, and I set this thing out. I pulled my truck around over here on the other side of my house with that cooler sitting in the back of it. About every 4 dump truck loads, I would stop by this thing and I would open it and get a bottle of water out of it. So I opened and closed this thing, no telling how many times. When I put ice in it, I only put ice in it up to about right there. It took a bunch of ice to fill it up to about right there. And see, I've got 2 other Yetis. There's 2 Yetis right here. There's a 45 and there's my 20. And then, but this thing sat out there in that sun Saturday. Now the temperature was 97 degrees. The heat index was like 104, I think is what it was. And I opened and closed this thing, and then I put that water in there. There's the bottles of water in there that was not even cold when I put them in there. So that was Friday, and then you got Saturday and Sunday and Monday evening. When I come in here this afternoon, I wasn't expecting there to be any ice left in it. I was expecting it to be completely melted, but you can see there's still good ice in there right now. So here's the thing. Unless you just really want to spend the money to buy a Yeti, don't do it, man. Don't do it. I mean, it's just there's no difference between this cooler and a Yeti. The biggest difference is the cost of it. Now, not only do you got RTIC, but I've done found out now that there's some other companies that have the exact same cooler, but it's under a different name. It's the same price as RTIC and stuff like that. So, but there's no way, unless, like I said, unless you're just wanting to spend the extra money, because this cooler right here that camera's sitting on top of, that white 65 RTIC, is $200. That's free shipping and no sales tax. The same 65 Yeti is $400, and of course if you buy it in town you gotta pay sales tax and all that good stuff. But I'm not even gonna waste my time to put ice in it and check the freaking things every day, because if this son of a gun kept ice for 3 solid days in the kind of heat that we've had here, especially Saturday and Sunday, because this thing was sitting in that sun all day Saturday and Sunday, opening and closing and stuff like that. I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, I figured I'd just try the $200 at it. Worked, didn't, but they ain't no difference. So you gotta wait a little bit on these RTICs to get them right now. I had to wait a few weeks to get this one, but if you're in the market for one of these high-end coolers and you want an RTIC, I don't even bat an eye. So hope that helps you out. See y'all. If I did have one complaint about this cooler, this would be it right here. The lid does not want to stay open on this thing. It's kind of leaning back right now in the bed of my truck some, but if it's sitting level, that lid does not want to stay up. It may over time, it may get to where it does, I don't know, but that would be my main, because I mean, I like for the freaking thing to stay up while I reach in there and grab what I'm gonna get and you know, do what I'm gonna do, and then shut it myself. And I may figure me out something to make it stay up. But that'd be my only complaint about that cooler right there. Like I said, I got a bunch of Yeti stuff. I got other Yeti junk in the house, but those coolers there, I wouldn't spend the money on them things, not after that, and they ain't paying me a dime to say that either. So see y'all.